we've got around 80% working on a watch, and because we've got a lot of components inside the movement, but we've got a supplier for the dial, but also for the laser strap. And after the laser strap and the dial, Piaget manage everything. We developed the movement, we developed all the drawing, we developed all the cases, and especially all the gold bracelet, which is quite difficult because today we can say that Piaget it is one of the unique brands to be able to develop so flexible gold bracelets all over the world.
Another question is, tell us about the state of the market. Obviously Piaget does very, very well in Asia. Tell us some of the other countries that you're looking for expansion. Is obviously in America you have boutiques in 4 markets. Is there plans, since we're a US-based business, to open up more boutiques in the US market, along with tell us a little about the Russia, because we're also involved in, there's Haute living in Russia.
Yeah, that's true, because Piaget has a strong history in Paris since the 80s, and beginning of the 2nd century, Piaget wanted to re-establish a brand in Europe as well, and that's why we opened 2 boutiques in France, and last year we opened 1 boutique in London, a big one in New Bond Street, and we will continue in the future to invest in Europe and in the US market, to be sure that the brand will be well established all over the world, because a strong luxury brand has to be everywhere. And today the great legitimacy of Piaget was on the jewelry segment, watches for ladies, but you know, we've got a strong legitimacy on the development of high watchmaking movements, and we are rebuilding the history of the brand, because at the beginning of the 19th century, the brand was really famous for the movement, and today we are working so hard on it, and we have all the complication under our own collection, and next year, in January, we will present a new big complication.
Excellent. You know, one thing that's interesting is I've been noticing, specifically, we discussed this before sitting down, the women's watches. They're becoming more and more sophisticated. Now women are demanding watches, tourbillons, you know, they're not looking for just plain watches. Tell us a little about the mindset of Piaget for the women's watches and the pieces, and also, to go further, the sophistication of the Piaget pieces for the ladies.
The main legitimacy of Piaget for ladies' watches is the cuff watch, because in the 70s Piaget was specialized in the development of the cuff watches, but also watches for ladies and gold bracelets. And today we have always a lot of references on these 2 segments, and we develop also jewelry watches for ladies on laser strap, but also high jewelry pieces which are always elegant, and sometimes we reveal every year new secret watches, which is the true DNA of the brand, because we like to play with the concept watches. We developed the Twice concept, which is a watch which is totally reversible.
Which I saw, that piece is beautiful. That watch, I actually had the luxury of watching your team build the watch from both sides of the watches, and that watch to me is one of the most beautiful watches for a lady.
Yeah. And as we work on the ultrasonic movement, we can do everything on the cases. That's why we can develop easily secret watches, concept watches like Magic Error or Laminate Trace, and at the end we offer to our customers very interesting watches.
And then we spoke about a little bit, but tell us about how important do you believe the skeleton piece is going to be the watch industry? I mean, obviously, the problem with that watch is a supply and demand. There's huge demand and not a lot of supplies. I was told there's going to be only 5 pieces brought to the United States. Tell us how important that's going to be for the future of the brand.
But you know, that's true that there is a powerful comeback of all the skeleton watches on the market today, because after the trend of big watches with concept movements inside, the market, the high watchmaking industry wanted to reveal what we have inside the watch. That's why it was important to develop and to rebuild all the movements. But the more interesting is to be sure that you've got a good one inside, and to be sure to present a true manufacturer movement. And a skeleton watch, when we decided to work on this project, which is a double record watch, because we've got the skeleton, which is the thinnest automatic skeleton movement on the market today, we wanted to be sure to refer and to reveal a movement inside a true bestseller Piaget watch, which is Altiplano, which is, I think, the model which is the most emblematic one into the Piaget collection, because it reflects the perfect DNA of the brand: ultra thin, elegance, and timeless.
And so moving forward on the future is obviously SIHH is around the corner. Any news, or we discussed how you said you were going to be launching something new on the ladies side. Any exciting things coming up for SIHH that you could share?
Yeah, we're on the way to present a very big complication, which will be presented to the press mid-October, but which will be revealed to the SIHH. And we are working also on a very nice shape for ladies, which will be developed on leather strap, on gold bracelets, but also on high jewelry pieces.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity sitting down with you and the opportunity to be able to visit both your factories and to have really an inside look to meet your team, but to see some of the most, I mean, I saw your watch you were building, your team was building a complete custom gold piece with diamonds everywhere, and I'm very excited to be able to do the videos and the feature story and Haute Living on the factories, so I appreciate the opportunity to visit your factory and to finally get to meet you. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for your support.